Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to create a text submission form in HTML. Text submission forms are great ways to collect data about site users. For example, my website aims to teach people the basics of HTML and direct them to other coding resources. So I want to create a one-question survey to kind of gauge my site users' familiarity with HTML before they view my website. So for the purposes of this lesson, which is to create a survey, we're going to start down here past the invisible stuff in the header. So the information in the body tag, the stuff between here and here, is what's visible to the user, and that's where we want our form to be. So as you can see, the skeleton of the form is already kind of done to save time, because it would take me way longer than 3 minutes to type all of the code from scratch. So we're just going to fill in my template and I'll kind of explain what we're putting in. So we've got some of the skeleton done. We just need to put a little muscle on it, so to speak. First, the label lets you know what to put in the text box. So I want to know how much experience my user has with HTML, so I'm going to make the label a question. Next, you should fill your label ID and your text area ID with matching terms. They don't have to be anything super complicated. We're doing a survey, so we can just put survey and survey. They don't have to be anything fancy. They just have to match, because these terms are going to let the machine know that the information in the text box relates to this question: how much experience do you have with HTML? And finally, the input type is a submit button. That's how we're gonna receive the information, and we want our button to say submit. So the last thing we do is save our file as a .html file, and we just open it up in a web browser to see our final product. And there it is, our survey. How much experience do you have with HTML? I have 2 years. It's important to note that HTML can't process the information that's submitted through the survey. Data processing requires a programming language like Python or SQL. And we know from class that HTML is not a programming language, it's a markup language. But regardless, here's our finished product. We have a short survey. So thank you for watching, and feel free to copy the code into your own text editor and make a survey of your own.